Hi there, this is Luke, and this is just a quick introduction to your TLP. If you're a returning student and you've used the TLP before, it's still worth you watching this video because we've made some updates and there's a lot of information here that will be useful to you. The first thing I should say is that I'm using MLA 601 here as the basis of this video. However, all of the module TLPs function in the same way. Clearly, you've managed to navigate to the welcome page and you will have seen the welcome videos, the link to the welcome pack that's there, and you will have made it all the way down to the guide to your TLP, because that's the video you're watching right now. What you may have seen on the way here is this information about Primo, the online library. There's a fantastic video linked here that the university have put together that show you how to access the digital learning environment at the university and Primo, which is the online library. And below it is a great video put together by Dr. Aoife Sadlier, which gives you an idea of best practice when it comes to researching for your studies. One thing it's worth mentioning is that you need to log in to the University of Plymouth website before you access Primo. By logging into the university website, and we've provided you with a link here, you will be able to access Primo and never need to log back in again. And therefore, if you move on to other sites, as discussed by Aoife in her video, you will still be able to download information because it will recognise you as a University of Plymouth student. So ensure you log in to the University of Plymouth website before you log into Primo. Coming back to the home page, you will see the My Module section. We'll deal with that in a second. The next thing you will see is the assessment section. Now, if you click on the assessment section, you will find your assessment document, the assessment cover sheet, which is the form you need to complete and fill in when you submit your assessment, all the assessment supporting documents. You will also find information about your hand-in dates. All of your hand-in dates will be within Turnitin. So please, if you don't know when your hand-in dates are, check Turnitin and that will give you all of your hand-in dates. Also within this section is a link to a useful guide that Dr. Paul Wright has put together with regards to how you use Turnitin. And there's also a series of tutorials that Paul has put together which focus on academic misconduct, plagiarism, that side of things. So they're definitely worth a look as well. Next on the home page is the contact section. Click on that. You'll see you've got all the information you need in order to be able to contact us. There's also a link to the Student Support Officer. I will come back and discuss that with you in a second. There's the technical support email address and contact number for us at MLA College. And there's also the University of Plymouth technical support information. There are a number of systems that the university control. For example, your University of Plymouth email address, the online library, Primo. These systems are locked down by the university. We have no access to them, I'm afraid. They won't even discuss your account with us because of data protection. So you will need to contact the University of Plymouth directly, hence us providing you with all the information here. They are a fantastic team at the university. They're really helpful, and generally they're very quick to get back to you and can sort any problem out very quickly. So just to be aware, if it's something to do with the university, you will need to contact them directly. Coming back to the home page, there is a link to the news section. Now this takes you to the MLA College website and you can keep up to date with everything that's happening at MLA College. And then finally on the home page is the technical requirements section. If you click on the technical requirements section, you will see there's a lot of information here for you. The main thing is that this TLP is an HTML5 interface, and therefore in order for it to function properly you need to have an HTML5 compatible web browser. The main web browsers are HTML5 compatible, but just in case you need them, we've provided you with links to Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge and Opera, and you'll be able to access their websites and download the most recent version of their browser. Personally, I use Google Chrome. I find it to be a great browser, and it means that the extension that I'm just about to show you works within your TLP. So one of the things that we have received feedback from a number of our students is that you would like to be able to control the playback speed of the videos. So you may wish to speed it up or you may wish to slow it down. In order to do that, we did some research and we found this fantastic extension for Chrome. So this will only work with Chrome, hence me recommending Chrome previously. The video speed controller allows you to install an extension onto your Chrome browser, which then means that you can speed up and slow down any of the videos that you're watching. So you simply just follow the links that we provided here, and once you've installed it, as I already have, you want to come up to this little puzzle piece here, which is your extensions manager. You'll see video speed controller is there. If you click on manage extensions, and then you can click on details, this is very important. You need to ensure that this allow access to file URLs is turned on. By default, it will be grey, it will be turned off. When you first come in, you need to click it on so it turns blue, and that now means that your video speed controller will work within the TLP. So what does that actually look like? Well, if we go back to the home page and we come to the welcome page, you can then see that there's a little greyed out number in the top left hand corner here. If I press play on this video, I can then come in, and if I want to speed it up, I can click on the plus sign a couple of times and speed John up to cartoon level speeds. And then I can also click on the minus sign, which then slows the video down. Now obviously I've done that to extremes, but it just shows you how it works, and it's a useful function that a lot of you have asked us for, so hopefully that helps. Coming back to the home page, we can now click on the My Module section. This is the area that contains all of your teaching and learning and supporting materials for this module. Your teaching and learning materials are split into different chapters. Obviously, I'm using MLA 601 here, so this has got 3 chapters. You may have different number of chapters depending on which module you're studying. However, the functionality of the TLP, the way the lectures work, are exactly the same. You can simply click on the link and that will take you to the chapter menu page. And here you can see all of the lectures that are present within this chapter. And you can simply access the video by clicking on any of these thumbnails, and you'll see the little blue line that appears underneath the thumbnail, which tells you which video you're about to click. So if I select lecture 1, I can click on this thumbnail and it will take you to lecture 1. You can click play and your lecture will start. I'm just going to mute it to make it easier for us to do this. And what you can do is you can move around it like you would a YouTube video, going backwards, forwards. You can pause, you can refresh, you can go away, you can come back again and watch it anytime you want. Essentially, the choice is yours. There's also a link to the lecture transcript and the supporting materials. If this is a lecture that has formative assessment, the formative assessment will be found in this area too. On the right here, you will see a new function of the TLP, which gives you your next lecture. So rather than navigating back to the chapter menu, you can simply click on next lecture. So you can either click on the thumbnail or you can click on the text below. If you click on that, it takes you to your next lecture. And as you can see, the other lectures in each chapter are provided here as well. If we go back to my module, you will find a link to the assessment documents that we discussed earlier. There's a link to study help. In here you will find information about extenuating circumstances. There's another link to the Turnitin videos that we mentioned earlier that Dr. Paul Wright put together. There are some study guides. There's a link to the online discussion area, a link to the online library, and some useful external links. If we go back to my module, you will find a link to program documents. In here you'll find the student handbook, assessment supporting documents, the module mark scheme, the definitive module record, all sorts of information. So it's worth exploring this area too. There's a link to the online discussion area, a link to frequently asked questions, a link to professional body membership. As an MLA college student, you are entitled to student membership of the IMRS, so it's definitely worth checking that out. And there's also a link to the online library. A new part of this TLP is the student support services area, and this is something that I really want to highlight to you. So if we click on this either on the icon or the text, we go to the student support services area. At MLA College, we have put in place a student support officer who is there to support you whenever you need it. This is not just academically, with your studies. It's also if you're struggling with any aspect of being an MLA College student. Our student support officer is there to help you and to help you through your time as an MLA College student. So please, please, please use this facility if you need it. There's a video here which introduces you to Carly. Carly is our student support officer. She's amazing. She's got years of experience. She's really, really lovely person to speak to, and she's definitely worth talking to if you need to talk to someone. There's also a lot more information here with regards to coping with stress and other resources that have been put together by the University of Plymouth and MLA College in certain cases that are really helpful and will help you if you are struggling at all with any aspect of being an MLA College student. So please make sure that you use these resources. All of Carly's contact information can be found within the TLP, within the contact section. As you can see here, there's an email address for her and a phone number. So, returning to the home page, all that remains for me to do is to wish you all the best with your studies. I hope you enjoy it, I hope you get a lot out of it, and I hope you find the TLP to be intuitive and easy to use. Best of luck with everything, and take care.